Hi guys, welcome back to my Brave XVS guide. Now I'm gonna talk about the banner which gonna come on this week. So yes, we get Final Fantasy V banner. So yes, probably we get the global exclusive unit for Clash of Wheels on next week. So on this week we get Summoner Lenna. Okay, so I can say Summoner Lenna is nothing special. Okay, because first, she is a fire evoker, and like you know that for fire evoker we already have Transtera. Maybe you think, oh, finally the upgraded version of Transtera. No, because I can say that Transtera is still, Terra Neovision is still better than this Summoner Lenna, because Terra Neovision deal like 80 times evoke damage and Lenna only 70 times. But yes, that's only for the damage. As a compensation, the Summoner Lenna also grants your party AoE re-raise, which is nice when you need it. But from my experience, I can say that on today's meta, you don't need AoE re-raise because it's all about not taking damage. Okay, so this AoE re-raise is kind of gimmick on today's standard. I don't say it is useless, okay, but for today content like Dark Vision, maybe it's not good. Maybe for upcoming trial, it will be good, okay? And talking about Dark Vision, she is still useful because she can grant you Earth, Light, Fire, Wind, Resist, Field Area Effect, 50%. So this will help you not to take damage, okay? So you can get this buff by summoning Esper or using your limit burst. Okay, so that's how you use her. And she also able to become your breaker, but I don't think it is any special because sure, she is perfectly usable, but the breaks only 85 to 86%. So yes, usable, but not for content where you want to deal as much damage as you can, like Dark Vision, okay? Because this kind of break only probably good for trials. But again, like I said on the beginning, maybe she is made for trials because of that AoE re-raise. Okay, and for the Trustmaster and STMR, I can say they are good, especially if you want to strengthen your Final Fantasy V Evoker, Ferris Neovision. So at this point, Ferris is still one of the best wind evoker finisher for magic damage, okay? So with this STMR, you can increase her magic stats. And for the Esper damage, Evo magic, this Trustmaster and STMR are also very good. Okay, so that's for Summoner Lenna. Let's see the next Neovision, Dorgan. So Dorgan, I can say that he is kind of boring, okay, because he is basically your non-premium SLB Thunder finisher. So Earth, we have Samurai Shan, Ice, we have Kurasame, and it's time for Lightning. Yes, Dorgan. Okay, so that's how you use him, pretty simple, right? And what's more about Dorgan is, I can say his Trustmaster reward is kind of ordinary, but his STMR is quite decent because it increase your attack by 500 static attack, okay? So maybe this is kind of ordinary, but remember this also boosts your other Final Fantasy V characters. So let's say you want to use Warrior of like Bards, then you probably want to have this sword because of the static attack boost, okay? But I think the best usage for this STMR is for the next NVA, Galuf. So I can say that Galuf is more interesting than Dorgan because first of all, on his Brave Shift form, he becomes your physical DPS, okay? So like you know that the normal form is like the old Galuf, it is physical tank, and yes, I can say that as a physical tank, I can say he is pretty good on Neovision because he can easily get 75% damage mitigation spammable, so he can become really decent physical tank. But the thing I like about him, about his Neo Vision form is the Brave Shift form. Because on Brave Shift form, he is quite strong, maybe almost as strong as star player Tidus, okay? But he is a chainer, not finisher. First thing that make him good is if you manage to make him into X+3, he can get 1500 static attack. Star player Tidus only get 1000 static attack. Okay, so yes, it's nice, okay? Very good. And the Brave Shift limit burst, it is 230 times with his LP damage buff. So if you remember, Tidus deal 240 times, so it's not huge difference, okay, in terms of damage modifier. So I can say maybe Tidus is the best NVA finisher, but for this Galuf, I can say maybe he is the best physical NVA chainer. But there's a drawback. I think that his limit burst probably only chainable with triple absolute mirror of equity, which is not meta on today's standard. Because yes, 24 hits, okay? So you need to have a partner. If you cannot find a partner for this Brave Shift limit burst, or if it turns out it cannot be chained with absolute mirror of equity, then I can say it's useless. Okay, so I still wait for the data and try to use him, try to chain his move, okay, before saying anything. But if you take a look only from damage modifier, I can say that it is pretty interesting, okay? And for the Taskmaster and STMR, I can say that they are kind of ordinary, nothing special or good, okay? For the STMR, it is nice, but maybe we need to stack more physical evasion than defense stats. But that's it, okay, for the Taskmaster STMR. Now, the final question, like usual, is should you summon? The answer is obvious. Yes, you should summon if you are collector of SLB finisher. Like I said, if you need lightning finisher, then go ahead. If you don't need lightning finisher, don't pull. What about summoner Lenna? I think she is not worth to pull. Like I have explained, we already have Terra, okay? And Terra is better fire evoker than summoner Lenna. So the only reason for you to pull this is if you want to have Dorgan, okay? That's it. Don't summon if you only want Galuf, because remember, simply use your UOC. I find them really useless, guys, at this point. So if you find interesting NVA, don't spend your lapis. Instead, use that UOC to get the characters. Okay? Because, yeah, in my opinion, you shouldn't summon at all on this banner, because first, just wait for Xenogears. Because the next, I believe on February, we will get Xenogears World of Vision. So that will help you to score higher on World of Vision, because like the Trials of Mana World of Vision, because the characters get stats boost, right? So yes, for that World of Vision. And maybe wait for soon Clash of Wheels, because we always get Clash of Wheels each month. So yes, I believe maybe we get it near Chinese New Year with a global exclusive. Like, you know that global exclusive is usually much more powerful than the original unit, original in quote, okay, the Japan unit. So better to wait for the global exclusive. And if you take a look here on the summon, maybe you see, oh, it's so cheap, only 10 Neo Vision featured unit, and the step 4 is free. Yes, I can say it's good, but they also give this because they know these characters are maybe not that interesting, okay? None of their STMR are really important, unlike Typhus, and none of this has game-breaking mechanic. Okay, so yes, my opinion is don't summon unless you are a big fan or you have a reason which I have mentioned before. Okay, so yep, I think that's all you need to know about this Final Fantasy V banners. Thank you very much for watching. Please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more Final Fantasy Brave X views. Bye bye, guys.